Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. I'm reading an article by myfashionlife.com and they're saying, title, they say you can't afford luxury on a budget, but they're wrong, the article says. So we're going to go through the points that this article lists, and I want to kind of talk to you guys whether or not this article is really on point. Is it on fleek? Or are there some issues here? Like, are they like trying to just like, is this an AI generated article or something? You know what I mean? Like, are they giving, because we are the luxury aficionados. We are those people like, honey, if we find a way to budget for luxury, it's us. If there's anybody, it's us. We are obsessed, or as Caroline Serf de Dudzel would say, obsessed. We are obsessed with it. So we know if this article is baloney or not. So let's get to it. Let's throw some shade where shade is throwable after this. First, subscribe to my channel, push the join button next to the subscription button, become a member today, get access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, Super Dacob, all spelled together there as well, for extra perks. Thank you to all my members and patrons who have already pledged. You get access to extra content, extra videos, and you get to spend more time with me during exclusive live streams as well. This video is also being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week. Come join the fun. Hi, chat in the chats. So, luxury designer items, so they say. And they say just reading those words elicits feelings of aspiration and desire. And here we already begin with the first error. Aspirational, we've been talking about this adjective aspirational for quite some time now. And quite frankly, I ain't having it, because aspirational is just another word that these luxury brands are using to denominate poverty. You know, they're like, oh, you poo, you paw, like Anna Delvey would say in, yeah, you know where. And, no, I don't want the aspirational vibe. I don't like that for me. I don't want to be that aspirational person. So no, big mistake. And if I want to buy a luxury good because it's aspirational to me, then I'm buying it for all the wrong reasons. Just my personal opinion. You let me know yours. But everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion anyway. So go figure. Now, they say there's a catch. Luxuries don't come cheap. And so they're telling us, they're promising us, from clever sales tricks to earning extra money, we've left no stone unturned, the article says. Each tip can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. I'm like, boy, this article is really building up to be like, I mean, you're setting my expectations very high with how you are setting up this article to be. So, sorry, my chair is shifting from underneath me. And I don't know. Let's see if this article is going to meet our very high standards and expectations. The first point that they mention, how to shop and budget for luxury, is to shop end of season sales. Now, what do you guys think about that? Because I was, thinking, well, sure, end of season sales work. Not for every brand, though. Louis Vuitton is not going to give you end of season sales in boutique. Chanel is going to give you end of season sales like usually, VIP clients get access first. They're going to sell you only stuff that's from last year, not from this past season. So end of summer 2024, they're going to sell you some summer sale from 2023. You know what I mean? So Chanel does a different game, and they're never going to reduce their bags. And a lot of us luxury lovers, we love our bags, our luxury bags, our leather bags. If you're not vegan, if you're vegan, you're going to love something else. But some brands, some luxury brands even, they do have sale on their bags as well, but not the high-end luxury. Like, we're talking the big guns. We're talking LV, Dior, Hermes, and Chanel. Those four players, even though they're not like the best bags in the world that they're making, those are the most popular luxury brands out there. They don't reduce their luxury bags at the end of the season. So already this kind of first point, I'm like, yeah, sure, shop end of season sales. Yeah, if you're looking for clothes from these high-end luxury brands, if you're looking for a special maybe accessory like a brooch or something that also might not go on sale, then you might be able to find it on sale and poker it out. And they're saying like amongst the things to do in order to kind of cop the best products, that go on sale during end of season sales. They mention well, I don't know if they're in cahoots with Net-a-Porter, but they're mentioning in this article Net-a-Porter, and they say, like, check out the Outnet, great place to shop for pieces that are going out of season. And then there's a link to it. I'm like, affiliate link maybe? So I would not click on that. They also say that that's where you get quality guaranteed. I would not put my finger on that either. Yeah. So they're saying, like, if you remember a jumper or a coat or something, t-shirt or something from last season that you really loved when it first came out, it was expensive. Now it's sales time. Maybe it's still available. If it is, go for it now. And then they say, but don't you ever get tricked though by the flashy, logos or like sales stickers that say like buy one, get one 50% off, buy one full price, get one, this or that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, luxury really is not going to have those kind of stickers anyway. You know what I mean? They don't play that way. So I'm like, I don't know how good this article is. Kev says, do we really need people to tell us to wait for sales? Exactly. That's another point. It's almost like, oh, duh, I was like so dumb. I couldn't realize it myself that like there's a sale, that I should wait for sales. Point 2, they're telling us buy pre-loved. But exactly, Kev, I was like thinking like, okay, I'm waiting for them to give me one point that I didn't know yet. Like something groundbreaking, revolutionary, like a hack that's going to make me go like, oh my gosh, I should have done this all my life and now I can. Well, point number 2 is buy pre-loved. They say you might buy books, DVDs, or even high street clothing secondhand, but have you considered doing the same when you're looking for high-end clothes and accessories? No, I've never thought of that. Gee, thank you, article. This article. I would have never thought to purchase luxury accessories and luxury clothing pre-loved. Boy, that is really going to change my life now. And then they say, if you're open to the idea, and they give another link. We would recommend, and then they give a link. And I'm not going to, but they're saying shopping for pre-loved jewelry to begin with. So they have this theory. Do you guys agree with this? The theory that they have is because like rings, because they say rings, bracelets, and necklaces, fine jewelry, are much harder to damage than a dress or a pair of shoes. So you're more likely to buy something that's in good condition. Girl, first of all, buying fine jewelry secondhand, like off of a photo, like off of eBay or something, very, very sketchy and tricky. Then you got to take it to a jeweler later. You got to get confirmation. Is it real silver? Is it real gold? Is it real platinum? And there are fakes as well of those. And also with jewelry scratches up. Jewelry can be beat up. But I have noticed this though. Like the regular stuff from these brands that gets discontinued after some time, like, even from Chanel, like everybody wants the Coco rings now. I don't. But anyway, people want the Coco rings, the Coco Crush, whatever. Really lame design, very lazy design. Like when are they going to come with something actually iconic and new? But anyway, so they've had some iconic pieces in the past and they've discontinued them. And those discontinued pieces are way nicer than the Coco Crush rings. And mostly I see them sold from like Japanese resellers. And they really don't cost a lot. They cost a fraction of the amount that you would pay for them if they were brand new. Like I know when I bought my Chanel platinum ring, this one here, which is kind of like literally like a wedding ring, but it was like the only ring that they made in platinum. I'm sure that if I found it secondhand, it would cost like 1/10 of what it cost new. I think the only time when you don't lose value in fine jewelry is if you are actually purchasing really high-end jewelry, really expensive stuff that goes in the hundreds of thousands of dollars and in the millions. That's when you actually can get an investment piece. But fine jewelry in general, I think it loses its value the second you walk out of the door of the boutique where you purchased the piece. It's going to be like, especially with the overpriced prices for fine jewelry nowadays, like Cartier, Louis Vuitton, even Hermes, Chanel, Dior, Tiffany's, they all sell not at the price that the actual precious metals are worth. Of course, you have to add the craftsmanship and the artisanship, blah, blah, blah on top. But even when you add that on top, it's still way overpriced. So the second you buy that piece and you exit the store, it loses its value drastically, just in my opinion. It's not like when you exit the store with a brand new purchased Birkin, the price may even double after you exit the store for now. That's also not going to last forever, in my opinion. But not with jewelry, really. I haven't had that experience. So, I don't know. Them telling us, consider buying pre-loved jewelry. It makes sense if you can really trust the seller and you really love jewelry, then you can really save a pretty penny as opposed to buying jewelry brand new. But I wouldn't trust it to be authentic. Jack's Bag Attack in the chat says, my first job was jewelry, 400% markup. Well, there you go. Michael Kaufman says, Cartier feels like such a scam. I'm just reading the comments here. I'm not saying it myself. So everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Just be very clear about this. Point number 3, they say, rent designer items. How is this going to save me money? I don't think this is going to save me money. I have some thoughts on renting designer items. I think the only really good reason you might have to rent designer items is if you are not sure you want to buy a certain luxury bag that's like really expensive. I mean, heck, look, I have here my Speedy 35, and it's like, it's not the most expensive bag out there, but I mean, it's like over $2,000 at this point with their crazy pricing. Actually, they've discontinued the 35. You can only buy it with a bandolier. Without the bandolier, it's not available at all. But it's like, do you want to spend $2,000+ on this? Or do you first want to rent it out for a week, try it out, see how it is? And then if you really love it, then you buy your own. This is a bad example because Louis Vuitton canvas pieces are really, really much more affordable on the pre-loved market. But then again, you also risk getting fakes. So maybe a bad example, but you know, before you buy a timeless classic double flap Chanel bag, before you drop the $10,000, you might want to first rent it out and see how it goes. And then if you love it, then you can plunge, you can splurge. But I don't know, you know, for me, it's like, and also borrowing clothes, like if you need it for a red carpet event, then chances are you're an actress or an actor or somebody, you're probably going to have some PR company come to you and maybe even pay you to wear some clothes. You know what I mean? You don't need to pay to wear something on the red carpet and then give it away. But if you are in a pinch and you want something special but you don't want to spend like $10,000 on some garment, but you need it for some outing, and they charge you, I don't know, $200-$300. It's still a lot of money though to rent like a really expensive, special, precious item of clothing to wear on the red carpet, and then you got to give it back the next day. I think it's too much of a hassle, to be honest with you, because then they're going to like inspect the garment. Kim Kardashian with the Marilyn Monroe dress at the Met Gala, I'm looking at ya, torn butt and all. You know, it's like, then you bring it back the next day and then they're going to tell you, now there's this little scratch here that wasn't there yesterday when you rented it out. So you're going to have to pay another $400 for repairs. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I don't like that feeling of wearing something that is not mine, because I would feel too self-conscious. Maybe because also I'm that type of person. Like if something is not mine, I have a lot of respect for it. Some people don't care. They're just going to wear it and tear it to shreds and then pay whatever repair fee that there is to pay. Oh, Natalie, yeah, that's a good example. Like renting a dress for attending a wedding with a very specific dress code. Yeah, I can see that. Or you could do something that I would never advise you to do. I would never advise you to order something from ASOS or Zara or, you know, suit, tie, jacket. I would never advise you to wear it to one of these formal occasions you don't care about. I would never advise you to leave the tag on the inside. And I would definitely never advise you to bring it back the next day and get your full amount of money back. Because that would be so unethical and unmoral to take away from these brands that are multi-billionaires. No, I would never advise you that, because that would not be a good thing to do. Now, having not advised you that, we'll go. I mean, you do you, boo. You do you. Now, the next one, they said, consider, point 4, consider outlet stores, they say. If you're on a budget, but still want to indulge in luxury designer items, they say outlet stores are an option, a great option to consider. They say outlet stores offer discounted prices on designer items. You can find everything from clothing to accessories. Some well-known designer outlet stores include, oh, here again are the affiliate links. We're not going to mention those. Oh, it's interesting. They say that it's important to note that while outlet stores offer discounted prices, the items may not be the latest styles or the highest quality. However, if you're willing to do some digging, you can find some great deals or timeless pieces that will last you for years to come. They also say it's important to have a game plan when shopping outlet stores. Make a list of the items you're looking for and stick to it. Don't get distracted by the flashy displays and sales signs. Stick to your budget and only buy what you need. I mean, and also there's to consider that, yes, they kind of mentioned it here, but didn't explain really what it means. Like, why is it lower quality at the outlet stores? Because a lot of these brands produce special clothing just for their outlets, which is of inferior quality, maybe didn't pass all quality control checks. Outlet stores are only good if you really love that brand. And my tip to you, and this is what they don't mention in this article because they didn't really do their research the way they should have, allegedly. My tip to you is, in the outlet store, I wouldn't really look at clothes. I would only look at accessories, and I would only look at those accessories that are available only once, because those are sent from the boutiques into the outlets. Those are the cherries on top of the cake. And they're usually going to have one or tops two of these special little bags, charms, brooches, pins, special piece, runway pieces. If you remember that piece from the catwalk, that's a good sign. And when it comes to clothing, the second you see like a whole range of all sizes hanging, forget about it. Don't even look at that. That's just them getting money out of you. That's where they earn all the money. They earn the least amount of money on those accessories pieces that really did arrive from the boutiques, were not sold in the boutiques, and then end up in the outlets. Why do they earn very little to no money on those pieces? Those are like the attracting pieces. Those are like the funny, whimsical pieces that attract the attention. But then you end up buying a regular t-shirt, which is hugely marked up in price. But think about it this way. That accessory that has been laying for a whole season in the boutique, was not sold, was then sent to the outlet to hopefully be sold in the outlet. You see, for storing your merch in your shop, for every day that it's not sold, it costs you money, the person who is actually owning the store, because it occupies space. So that piece was manufactured. The brand made the piece. It cost them money to make the piece. Then it cost them money to ship it over to their boutique. Then the piece was laying around in the boutique for a year. It also costs money. Then it wasn't sold. Then ultimately they have to send it off to the outlet. That also costs money to transfer. Then they have to put it into their system in the outlet. Then they have to put it on the sales floor in the outlet. They're going to reduce the price. It's going to be cheaper than it was when it was retail price. They've already lost money. Like, those are the pieces they're not earning money on. That's just eye candy. Those accessories are eye candy pieces. Where they get you and where they get your money is for buying those basic pieces that they've manufactured especially for the outlet, like the basic t-shirts, the basic pants. They put a little logo on it so you feel like, oh my God, I'm wearing a Prada pants with a Prada logo. I'm so special. When in reality, they've just suckered you into an alleged scam. IYKYK. So, next point. Oh, they also say to shop at outlet stores during off-peak seasons, avoid weekends, because it's more crowded, and also avoid times when there are like holidays, like the holiday season towards in winter time or what have you. I agree, but also always look at like June, July, and January, February, because that's when end of season sales. Also, outlets have end of season sales. So be sure to go there in that period because they might reduce the reduced prices, like a double reduction. Might, not must, might. Number 5 on this article, keep track of major sales. I mean, I have the feeling we already touched base on this, but they say there are times of the year when most major retailers will host sales on Black Friday, after Christmas, and between seasons, for example. If you keep track of these and find out which days these sales will start, you'll be far more likely to pick up some great pieces at a good price. They say to sign up for stores' newsletters, and they say that that will help you also get like prior warning or invitations to even maybe VIP access to sales before anybody else gets access to sales. By jumping on a sale as soon as it starts, you'll get your pick of the best bargains. Now, yeah, here's the thing, you guys. I personally would never recommend signing up for newsletters because they end up selling your data to somebody, and then you start getting all this spam from these companies, super shady. And then the newsletter itself spams you. I can tell you this. I purchased a little something from the YSL website, and Yves Saint Laurent Beauty. And oh my God, every day I get at least 2 emails of them like, okay, here's the discount, and here's the opportunity to purchase this, and oh my God, this is your last chance to purchase it, and why don't you buy something, redeem your points, buy something, redeem your points, here's another coupon, at least 2 times a day. I'm like, oh my God, Yves Saint Laurent, can you stop? So it's annoying, you know what I mean? And it's not like they've given me anything really special that it's worth clicking on and utilizing one of these things. It's just really annoying. So anyway, I'm just saying, personally, I'm not a fan of newsletter. And if a brand does do, and when you join us, and when you kind of subscribe to our newsletter, for your first subscription to our newsletter, you're going to get a 10% off of your next purchase. I will do that sometimes. I get my 10%, but only if I already know what I want to buy. Like if I've seen something on that website and I want really something and I want to buy it, and then I find out that they offer a 10% discount on your first purchase if you subscribe to the newsletter, then yes, I will subscribe to the newsletter. I will get my 10% coupon. I will purchase that piece. And then I will unsubscribe from the newsletter. We'll go. And if they, by accident, forget to unsubscribe me, even though I unsubscribed, I will click again in that newsletter that they send me. At the bottom, you scroll. And then at the bottom is going to be teeny tiny. There's going to be a little link you can click. It says unsubscribe from newsletter. You're going to unsubscribe. Then it's going to open up another window. Then it's going to say, are you sure? Are you sure? And then you got to click like, from what you want to unsubscribe? Like all the emails, some emails, you got to click everything. I want to unsubscribe from everything, honey, boo boo cha. And then you send it off, and then they don't really send you a confirmation. They keep it kind of shady. Like, did you really unsubscribe or not? It's all done on purpose, you guys. And then if they again send me a newsletter, then I threaten them with a lawyer because that's unsolicited advertisement. Don't mess with me, boo boo. Teepa says they also ask you to leave fake reviews in order to get a discount. Cha, that's shady. Shady, darling. Shady. Oh, yes, Nat. That's a really good point. Nat says, I have 5 emails. 3 are for junk like this. This is a really good tip that the article didn't mention, but my people in the Fashion Bunker did. There you go. This is a great tip. Create those email accounts that you will utilize only for the purpose of this type of shenanigans. Now, somebody else, was it on TikTok or on YouTube? I forget. Some content creator had this brilliant idea. Every time you sign up for a newsletter, they say create a new email account. And actually, some emails allow you to change the in-between of your name and still maintain your email, like without having to open a new account. But I don't know which account does that. But let's just say you make a new email account. This is brilliant, you guys. Listen, this is not my idea. I'm not taking credit for this. It's somebody else's idea, but it's brilliant. they said to, whenever you sign up for a newsletter or coupon, stuff like this, use whatever name you want, but in between, like let's say fashionbunker@gmail.com. Let's say that's my email account. And let's say I want to apply for Bergdorf Goodman's newsletter. I'm going to create an email account called Fashion Bergdorf Goodman's Bunker, right? Because it's still Fashion Bunker, but it's Fashion Bergdorf Goodman's Bunker @gmail.com. And then I'll apply to the newsletter. Why do this? Because this is super intelligent, you guys. Because if Bergdorf Goodman's sells your data to somebody, to a third party, so that they can spam you with their shit, they will write you to that email account. And you're going to know who stole your data because you made that email account only for Bergdorf Goodman's. Sorry, Bergdorf Goodman's, I'm not throwing shade at you. It was just as an example, okay? I'm not at all implying that Bergdorf Goodman's is stealing your, not at all, not at all. So it could have been any other telephone, okay? Let's just say you're applying to a telephone company and you're going to do Fashion Telephone Bunker. And then if that company that's called Telephone sells your data and you start getting spammed to the email account Fashion Telephone Bunker, you're going to know immediately that the telephone sold your data. Isn't that brilliant? That's how you always know who stole your data. Love it. TikTok is sometimes really good for stuff like this. So anyway, point number 6, save up for investment pieces. Like, duh. I mean, seriously. Like, it's almost like when they tell you, like, you know what I mean? Like, buy stuff on sale to save money. I'm like, okay, save up for investment pieces. Make a list of the investment pieces you want to add to your collection. This could be a classic Chanel handbag, a pair of Louboutin heels, or a Burberry trench coat. Once you have your list, research the average price of each item and set a savings goal for each one. And I think then they also say, like, open up a separate savings account to, like, keep putting all the money into it. So that's like your disposable stuff that you can always use for these special splurges. When buying investment pieces, opt for, oh, this is a good tip. When buying investment pieces, opt for classic styles and colors. These are more versatile and can be worn with a variety of outfits. And also they lose less in value throughout the years. You know, avoid trendy pieces that may go out of style quickly and are not worth the investment. Again, I don't think that buying fashion on this level is an investment. I always say the only investment you're making is in yourself and feeling good about yourself. But I definitely agree. I mean, if you're going to buy a classic Louis Vuitton bag, it's the Speedy, baby, or the Alma. You know what I mean? Like those bags that are just always going to be stylish forever and ever and ever. Timeless classic double flap in black caviar or black lambskin. I would go for gold hardware first before you go for the silver. 255. There I would first go for ruthenium, then for gold. Birkin, Kelly, whatever size you like. Just go for the neutral tones. Yeah, Lady Dior, although, but yeah, that's what we're talking about. Oh, speaking of this little bag here, some of you, whenever I lift my beautiful little Luella Annabeth, you go like, why is there the folds? It's so ugly with the folds. Let me talk about the folds for just a second, because I know somebody in the comments is going to throw the shade at my gorgeous little bag with its folds. The Speedy was conceived in the 20s as a travel bag. Yes, you can travel with it, but it's also sold to you folded, just like the 255 reissue has an extra added fold in production to make the bag look flatter and more elegant. Same applies with the Speedy. They sell, just like the Keepall, they fold the bag at the factory, and when you purchase it, it is folded flat like in a pizza box. So this bag technically is meant for you fold it while you're traveling from A to B, you arrive to place B, then you take it out of your suitcase, you unfold it, and you run your errands with this bag. You use it for tourism, travel, whatever have you. So these folds are fine. They're not damaging the bag. They're not there because they're ugly. They suit a purpose. I travel a lot. So I always take Luella Annabeth with me. Yes, I've named this bag Luella Annabeth. My Southern Belle. I always fold Luella Annabeth because I don't travel with Luella full. Also because I don't want to attract too much attention to me. I don't want to be that show-off passenger and traveler. You're not going to see me wearing glitzy stuff when I travel. I just want to be safe. Safety first. Always, always. I don't care if you're traveling business first, coach, whatever. So I fold Luella Annabeth, put her in a safe place, and then when I arrive at destination, if I feel cozy and comfy, I unpack her, and yes, she has her little folds, her little wrinkles. And let me tell you one more thing. This is the marketing, the brand marketing, fashion and beauty. They're brainwashing you into believing that wrinkles are bad, that folds are bad. You're ugly if you're wrinkled. You're ugly if you're aging. Buy this cream. Buy this magic potion. You know, stretch, stretch, stretch. Don't you dare have a wrinkle because it's ugly. Who says wrinkles are ugly? Wrinkles are beautiful. And folds are beautiful. There's a reason why this bag has folds, and it's a functional, practical reason why it has folds. So, more power to ya. I love you, Luella Annabeth. So there you go. Just a little parenthesis closed. Now, point number 7, they also say, sell items you no longer need. Have you taken a look in your closet lately? There's a lot of stuff that you're not wearing. It's so true. I basically don't wear anything of the stuff in my closet, but I still don't want to sell it though. Anyway, so why not go through everything and pick out the things you don't need? So selling it at all is an awesome way to make some extra cash and clear out the clutter. You've got options when it comes to selling your old stuff. Sell the one. Okay, so they're telling you where to sell. Take nice photos, write good descriptions so people will want to buy. They also say, like, be prepared to also offer like special discounts if somebody wants to buy in bulk. If somebody wants to buy 3 or 4 pieces for return customers, be nice to them, give them also a reduction. I mean, sure, yeah, building customer relations, but I'm not thinking like, this is like if you're trying to build a whole business of like secondhand selling. Then they also say consider flea markets if you want to sell furniture. Consignment shopping, like bring it to a consignment store, secondhand store, they'll sell it for you. You'll get a cut of the profit, easy. They can also trick you sometimes, be careful. This is one point I give them. Think how nice it will be to have that extra space in your closet. And then they end the article by saying, this page may contain affiliate links. We may receive a small commission when you click an affiliate link and make a purchase. What you say. So those are the 7 points. I don't think that those 7 points were groundbreaking or in any way delivering something that we fashion addicts, luxury brand addicts kind of didn't know already. I think the only thing that we actually learned from this video is the tip that some TikToker gave us to put the name of the company we're giving our email address to sign up for a newsletter and get a coupon code, to write the name of that company in our email address, to create an email address with that. Like, that's the only groundbreaking thing, honestly, to save money. Why? Because you can sue them. Ain't no better way of saving money than making money. So they're not allowed to, illegally sell your information, but you have proof that they did because you made the email account with their name in your email account. You want to make the money for that Birkin, honey? Sue. The best way, in America at least, the best way, darling, to make that Birkin money, that coin, a little suation. What are you going to do? So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. Let me know if you have any more groundbreaking tips to share with us, how to kind of manage luxury purchasing, either by saving here or there, or tricks or tips. If you have any really good tricks or tips, feel free to share down below so the community can learn and grow. Thank you guys so much. Subscribe, thumb up the video if you liked it, and never give up on love. Bye.